I hug them, and you're so far. No, stay. Oh, okay, good, all right. Yay! I'm so happy. Okay, the panel's over. Everybody leave. Look out! Oh, Clark. There's 2 G's at the end of your name for a reason.
I'm
Oosh. All right, so here we are at Nerd HQ, and you know how this goes. We're gonna get right into the questions because it's all about the fans. So put up your hands, take a microphone, stand when you ask your question so the interwebs can see you, and volunteers will bring you a mic. So yeah, we're gonna start with her, and then we're gonna go to this guy. And this is gonna go great, you guys. She's got 2 microphones. No, okay, good, she doesn't, good.
Hi guys, first of all, I want to say thank you all so much for being here. I'm such a huge fan of all of you. You're all so wonderful. But this is mainly for Hayley and for Chloe. I just want to thank you for your open acceptance of both Cartonelli and of Skimmins. It means so much to the queer community that our ships aren't thrown aside and kind of seen as a joke. So thank you for not taking them as a joke. My question is kind of, how do you think it would be possible? I know Kevin Feige said, within the next 10 years, if it happens organically in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but do you think it could possibly, maybe not necessarily with the 2 of you, but maybe we have a queer character, a queer character in the Marvel TV universe before we have one in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Thank you.
I hope so, possibly. I think it's completely possible. You up for it, babe?
Yeah.
This is already the best panel ever.
I'm more concerned with the time travel. I think that would be the harder part, because I'm so
It's Marvel.
down.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
If there's anything that justifies the time travel,
It's our relationship.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I definitely think that's possible. I hope it happens. I mean, I'm the captain of the Skimmins ship. Obviously, because I'm obsessed with Elizabeth Henstridge, so yeah.
Can I just say one thing, which is one of the exciting things about having Inhumans come on to the part of the story that we're telling, is that it represents people who evolve differently than what is considered normal up till that point. And then there are those people who think that that's a problem and they should be separated or exterminated. And there are those who think that that's an exciting new development in who we are. I feel like that's when comic book stuff and our show gets to start to be topical, because that's what's happening in the world. So at a certain point, when that's our story, to not have different parts of the LGBT community represented within our team, it's going to be weird. So it needs to happen soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's not just because I have a crush on Ian DeCastecker. It's a real...
Lies.
You guys and your crushes, oh my goodness.
Stand up, please, so everyone can see your beautiful face.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
Yep.
hi.
Not just saying you have a beautiful face. I want you to. Okay.
I
It's
figured,
working great.
Thank you. Yeah, the points don't matter. You guys are awesome, by the way. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for your shows. And I know that with such important stuff and themes and relationships that you have in the shows, there's got to be some levity off camera. So in terms of pranks, none at all, Clark says. In terms of pranks, what's the best one that's been done? And also, will the Dub Smash War be a Comic-Con exclusive, or will that continue?
That is not over. I just want to say.
Over. Oh my goodness, you guys.
If you're following
going
that,
down
what you
big
saw
time.
last night from Hayley was a reaction and not a response. Just to clarify.
I just don't know how you're gonna top that.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
For those of you who missed it, the most recent salvo ended up with "We Are the Champions" from Queen, and the final image was Peggy Carter with the red lips and the red hat. So, bring it.
Maybe the lack of a response about the pranking means that no pranking goes on.
Well, we prank each other quite a bit.
And by we mean you.
Yeah.
And by each other, we mean me.
Yeah, we need to.
Hayley did hide in my trailer on Halloween for about half an hour, waiting for me to show up, and jump out and scare the shit out of me.
Yeah. It was a lovely reaction. You fell on the floor.
Okay, so
Military training.
somebody who might be on this panel might have filled Ian DeCastecker's trailer with snow during a snow episode and then thought that she escaped retribution until she discovered that the many looks she'd been getting as she drove around town had to do with the perfect California vanity plate that said balls deep with a Z.
Oh my God, that is genius.
You guys, I was driving around town with balls deep as my license plate for like
I must
a
look
month.
hot today.
And
Everybody's
by the way,
waving to me.
It was my front plate, so I didn't see it because I just would
Can
never.
you please just send it to my house? Because I need to
He
put it
got
on my
props
car.
department to make it, and it's like a full-on
It's
legitimate license
genius.
plate that said balls deep. And I didn't notice. And I still actually haven't gotten Ian back for that, so if we have any suggestions.
God, I'm coming over to your house to take it and put it on my car.
It's so good.
So funny on a girl's car.
Weirdly, no one had that plate.
Mine's balls deep with a Z. It's not as funny. It's with an S.
It is with a Z.
Oh God!
It is with a Z. It's
Which
balls.
really made us know that Ian is adapting very well to American
Just
culture.
so it's even more classy. But also, Clark loves to. We were doing a scene. I think it was in the blooper reel. If anyone
I
saw
think we
it.
need to share this one.
Yes, we
Why?
do.
Well, Clark, we were doing a scene, and I was supposed to be like having a nightmare and having kind of an intense moment, and I'm waking up from a nightmare, and I woke up, and Clark is supposed to be just gently like waking me up like a father, and instead he was wearing like murder clown mask, and scared the fuck out of me. It was good. We got it
I was
on the
helping
blooper
you
reel
with the
though.
work.
He's like, Sky, puts it on really quick. And I screamed and like fell off the chair.
That's nice.
So no fun.
Okay, the guy on the aisle, and then the lady with a hand attached to her body. Oh, it's a woman on an aisle. That person, I couldn't see your face. Sorry about that. It's a
Hello.
lovely, beautiful lady.
My name is Lauren. I'm from the Peggy Carter podcast. So Hayley and James, it's so awesome to see you guys. So my question is, would you guys do a dubstep in front of us to Taylor Swift's Bad Blood?
The dub smash?
The dub smash.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I have a question. Should it be them doing one and us doing one, and we do them at the same time, see who's better, or you want to
Like
force them dub
together.
smash?
Well, it will be
Like-
worse because I don't even know the song. So it's gonna be
Now
worse
the
on this
blood,
side.
blood, that one.
How's it go?
Well, if anyone...
DJ, hit it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because there's
This
no
is gonna
DJ.
take up the rest of the panel.
We'll take the rest.
No,
I
yeah.
think
They
what
took,
we
by
should
the way,
do
they took
is-
15 takes to do that thing last night.
Yeah, he was listening.
One
and
No,
he-
no,
take.
no, no, no.
One
take.
And
Maybe
14
15
rehearsals.
Few rehearsals. It's just because my
14
lipstick...
rehearsals, and then they all fell about laughing at how brilliant they were after each one.
We wouldn't.
Oh my
leave
God,
you-
your timing is amazing. You're so funny. Oh my God.
We really were. We really were.
Oh my God.
Clark's timing was amazing.
We didn't listen to a lot of congratulating about the interesting framing on the Oompa Loompa thing where you came in from this.
Well, the bit that you unfortunately didn't get to see was being in the bus as we were going somewhere last night, and then trying to upload it onto the internet, and they discovered that they couldn't, and there was no chance they were ever going to be able to recreate it. And so both of them, with sweat pouring down their face, and I'm going, can't get it online, guys. That's a shame. It's so good. Oh no, crushed.
We did. We lost it for like, because it didn't. We
You
just
have no dub
scared.
smashes. I was in tears. I was sobbing.
We were
on the bus.
stressed out. I couldn't like focus. We were going to the red carpet, and I just didn't care about anything besides the dub smash. Maybe we can do one at the end.
Maybe we should do one, the four of us backstage, and then we can kind of load it up after the panel, so we don't take up too much
You
time.
really don't want to. It'll
We'll do it. We'll
ruin
do Bad
everything
Blood.
for you if you see us try to make a dub smash. 'Cause there's nothing more embarrassing than watching someone make a dub smash. It's
And
so-
talking about dub smash
Yeah.
has got to be
Let's-
the most
let's be
interesting
finished
thing
about
that ever happened.
And like half the room right now is Googling the word dub smash because they have no idea.
Actually, I think Luke did watch us making a dub smash and put it online, didn't he?
Yeah, he's in the foreground, and and we're in the background trying to do our B-52's Love Shack, and then you see Luke's face going, and he's so proud of himself, and we're just
That happened.
a non-dub smash question.
Yeah, this is, yes, beautiful.
Is the mic on? Oh, there we go. Hello, I have major con voice too, so this is gonna sound really weird, but first of all, I want to say I love Agent Carter so much, and I love Peggy Carter, and I love the way you portray her. So she's like one of my favorite characters ever on like any TV show, and I think she's a superhero that Marvel really deserves, and she's like awesome.
Thank
Really,
you.
she can have
Wow.
powers. And
Hold on, let's stop on that.
And well, this question was for Clark and Hayley, and you guys play. Sorry, really nervous. You guys.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
On the movie, like in the movies as well as on TV shows, and I was just wondering if like your approach to your character changed at all when you like made that transition from the big screen to the small screen, and if like I know it's kind of a time difference too, so that affects it, but did the way you like come at your character and like get in the mindset of your character change when you went from the movies to the TV shows?
Haley?
Yeah, okay, it did in the sense that she didn't get much time on screen in the first Avenger movie. And the big thing, it was a great collaboration with Marvel when we started thinking about making a show, because I got to sit in the writer's room and sit with the producers and really discuss what we wanted to talk about. And my main thing was we'd seen this strong, capable woman and, who kicks ass. And I felt that wasn't enough, because there must be a psychological and emotional cost to having to be that every day, all the time. And I felt like I wanted to make her a lot more relatable, and so I wanted to show her vulnerability and what it really truly meant to grieve the love of her life and to be stuck in this male-dominated world where she's working twice as hard to get half as far as the guys. And that gave the character nuance and depth, and something the writers jumped on board with and really explored in the script. So it just gave me so much more to get my teeth into, really. Yeah. Clark.
In brief, similar, Coulson was a guy who kind of showed up to wrangle diva superheroes in various films and to kind of do the bidding as a kind of obedient company man who'd seen a little too much. And suddenly, he and I were awake after a very close call in the Avengers, and commanding a small rapid response team in the ever-changing world post-Avengers. And suddenly he and I both found out this is more complicated than I thought. He was, and I felt like a Walking Dead, essentially, and with a great team and exploring what it means to be that person on a much deeper level, than almost anybody's gotten to do, which was really exciting. And I had this mirror experience of having a team, including someone like Chloe Bennett, who I had to learn very quickly to work with under intense pressure and to come to care about very, very much. And it's been one of the great joys of my life to actually kind of evolve this show and to kind of be the first one through the door in terms of Marvel television, trying to tell these stories and tell the different parts of the one big story that Marvel's telling in this world. And I guess the only other thing I would say is that the funnest part about it is it's deepened our connection with the fans and made our weekends here in San Diego one of the funnest things anyone has ever experienced. And then you got the dub smash.
Okay, let's do some cleanup in the back there. There's that guy on the aisle over there with his hand up, and then we'll go to the woman in the... Yes, I got your gender right, the woman in the back. Okay, great.
Okay, I just want to say thank you. I'm the father of 3 daughters, and we love watching Agent Carter together. And Hayley, it's great that you're showing a strong, independent woman who can also connect with the people around her. And I also appreciate Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because of the relationship that Agent Coulson and Skye/Daisy have. And the Marvel television for us has become a family event. And it's just so wonderful with all the things out there that we can't watch together, that these 2 shows are things that we can, and we absolutely love it. So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Well, that was heartfelt and
Can I
adorable.
say something to that? Like Clark was saying, one of the most extraordinary things about this whole process is being able to engage with the fans. And I've been going to a lot of conventions in the last few weeks, and there were 2 stories I just wanted to share with you. The first one was lady in the Middle East came up to me and she was crying and she just said, "Can you write on the photograph that women can be heroes too?" I just felt so humbled by that, and just thinking that it's this incredible byproduct of doing a show that we all love, that we all have a great time doing, and it's our job, but that it can extend outwards and connect with people on a very human level. And so it was very humbling, gave my work more meaning. And there's this other lady who'd had an accident like 10 years ago, and she was in a wheelchair, and she asked me to sign her leg, and she got it tattooed and showed me the next day. And she also had tattoos of other strong, independent women on her legs. And she said it was her way of, in her words, claiming back her broken body. And it was, that to me just takes the meaning of my work up to a whole new level. And so being able to engage with fans and seeing the effects that it has on them just is, has changed my life. So thank you guys too.
My question is actually a really great follow-on from that, because it's specifically about identity, and especially Sky's identity, because we learnt yesterday on the Marvel panel that she is now going to be going by Daisy when it comes back to the next season. So how do you think it's going to transition? Because Sky was a name that she chose for herself and chose that identity going forward. So how's that transition gonna work when she now starts going by Daisy in the next season?
I feel like Sky was an identity that she was I don't think she was ever fully comfortable in it. I feel like she was searching the whole time. I mean, everything she did in her life was to try to find out about her parents and her family and learn more about who she is and where she came from. And she did in season 2, and as fucked up as it was, and as, as intense the reunion with her parents ended up to be, I think there's a part of her now. She was, obviously her mom did try to kill her, which was not great.
Dude.
But she has this kind of weirdly odd, beautiful relationship with Cal. And in my mind, that's kind of her, changing her name is kind of a nod to him because he did save her life. And I think her searching is now over, and it's kind of, she's turning a new chapter, and she's gonna, I guess start the search for the secret warriors.
All right. On the aisle in the back, and then we'll go to this woman back here in the back as well.
Hello. So all of you.
Hello. We are the knights who say nee. Sorry, some will explain to the younger ones. Thanks.
Now I'm thoroughly embarrassed for the rest of the day. Okay.
No, we love a good hello. We start our day that way.
Elizabeth is like that. Hello. It's great. Sorry, continue.
Okay.
Sorry, our bad.
So all of you have inspired many of us in this room and so many people outside of this room as well. Who are some people that inspire you?
James.
Really? I inspire you? That's amazing. I'm so proud to Would you like me to sign your leg? It's funny, I don't really read newspapers very often because I find what I read in it to be deeply affecting and usually pretty negative. And maybe it is an age thing, I don't know. But I am oddly inspired by small acts of kindness that will never be reported in a newspaper. So I see somebody helping somebody across the street or something, and I find myself almost moved to tears by that, because that's not someone who's going to win an award for doing that. I see people doing things that go unnoticed. And not all the time. Most of the time I miss it. But when my eyes are open and I manage to catch it, those are the moments that really floor me. I think that is 98% of what the world looks like. And I feel like I read the 2% all the time. And it's very frightening, the 2%. So it's not a brilliant answer because I have no name and nobody who we globally recognize to give us an answer. But that would be my answer in terms of inspiration. Is though every time I see somebody do something that is genuinely beautiful and human, I feel inspired by that.
It's great.
Anybody else want to attack that question, or are we all intimidated by?
I'm a little intimidated.
So intimidated by that.
Yeah, James kind of dialed it.
He really
Dialed it
did.
in. He
Just
really dialed it in.
Really.
I have to say, I have found the last 3 weeks in the national media incredibly painful and inspiring. But the congregation in Charleston and the way they reacted to that hatred and the way that the nation kind of rallied around that part of that issue and the passage of the marriage equality bill and some of the policies that are going on that just make it feel like we're part of a more compassionate, open nation has been really made me feel good about living here. I always do, but really better lately.
Taylor Swift. She's pretty awesome, right, guys? Anybody, guys?
I'm sorry, I brought that down. Can we? Dub smash.
That was that was awesome. That was a great answer. All right, let's see. Let's keep going. You look so exciting to me. You and then her, and then we'll come about. Huh? It's a him. Oh, I just see your amazing hair, and I thought you were dressed like Pam from my show, which is how self-centered I am. Okay, good.
Hi, my question is for Chloe. Skye is my favorite character in the entire Marvel universe, and I think you play her so well.
Thank you.
Stop on that for a second.
Yeah. Thank you.
My question was, how did you approach the physicality of your powers in the second half of the season and make it look real? Because that's clearly not happening in front of you.
No, it is. That's the only reason they cast me. I have earthquake powers. If I'm going to be completely honest, my approach was what looks less dumb. And I'm not even kidding, because nothing feels more stupid than this. And then, like, having to take that completely serious and be really torn up about it and really, you know, because her transition, she was in denial about it for, for quite some time, and she really genuinely did not want it, and didn't want to have any part of it, basically, it was just what looks less dumb, to be honest. I talked with Marissa and Jed, and I was like, we looked at the comics, and we wanted to kind of get the mannerisms down that they've drawn for her, but really just kind of.
We have a guy named Mark Kolpak. I love,
Mark.
you know who that is. He's our visual effects guy. I don't believe anybody's ever done this amount of visual effects in this amount of time, 22 times in a season, and he's just upped the game every episode. But a lot of times you're stuck there doing, what Chloe just did, or in my case, in season 1, holding a kind of standard theater light, which had been charged up to shoot out super powerful beams.
Yeah.
Either way, that's not going to happen till later. So I'm standing there in this theater at 2 in the morning, holding a theater light, like, come on, Kolpak, baby, come on. Hook me up later. And so often you see it, you go, oh, thank God.
Yeah, well, you don't see it. So, like, for the mid-season finale, I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's the reveal, and I have that weird L'Oreal commercial moment where I flip my hair, and BJ...
The boobs of destiny?
Yeah, exactly. But for that shot, they used a special camera, and I only had 15 seconds. So this is what they told me on set. They say, okay, so you're gonna stand here. BJ just died. So look at him and get emotional. And then look back at Raina, and she's an Inhuman now, so get emotional back that. And then look back at BJ and then cry. And then quake off the rock from your body. But you only have 15 seconds, so you have to do it all really fast. And literally, that's what they said. So it took like 9 takes, and I think we finally got it, because we had to and I was looking at pieces of tape. So really what I was crying out
None
was
of them were there.
no one was there. It was me, and it was 3 pieces of tape.
They had a picture of Sonic Hedgehog, though,
Yeah,
for where
yeah.
Raina was. How about
Raina's
how about the 40s of it all? I mean, you guys are kind of in an entirely different time period and world, and I can't imagine that's not happening in downtown LA with Ubers going by.
We did have a big explosion in the second episode that I had no idea what was going on when we were shooting it. Joe Russo was shooting that episode, and he was keen. Mainly, his direction seemed to revolve around getting out of there early. He doesn't like to work nights, so the direction kind of went. Okay, see the green screen? So that's gonna happen. You just duck. And the script had changed quite a lot because the first time we had read it, it was brilliant, but it needed 4 weeks to shoot and $35 million. So the script had sort of gone through 85 changes up until that point, and I'll be honest, they hadn't entirely read all of the last ones. So in the end, you kind of went, where's the camera? It's there. Do you know what? I'm going to be facing this way, just on the back of my head. I'm going to duck that way, so you don't have to look like too much of an idiot. Oh my God, a huge explosion. Have I said too much? I've overshared.
It's a strong move.
You don't want to know how the
We'll be using
sausages are made.
It's funny to you, but if you're an actor, it's so funny that I'm gonna laugh about it like tomorrow morning. Okay, right there. The person, the 50th person whose gender I've gotten wrong today. I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. Hi. So my question is specifically for Clark, and I wanted to know, how does it feel to be a large part of the Marvel universe and be in the comics and in all the little everything or talked about and everything, and having people cosplay you and do art of you? And how does that feel personally to you?
You know.
Let's take a minute.
I can't even.
You guys, this isn't weird at all. This isn't weird at all.
I'd like to be cool. I have always wanted to be cool, but it's getting along now, and it hasn't happened. My mother sent me some notebooks of mine because she was sick of storing them in her garage, especially because I was past 50. And there was one that said algebra on the front, and I was like, I don't know any algebra. I wonder what's in here. It was nothing but me trying to draw like Jim Starlin's Warlock, and a whole like my own edition of Iron Fist. And so, you know, it wasn't something I necessarily kept up with to the level of real ballers that I've met here. But I loved it so much that when they called and said, we've got a couple of lines in Iron Man, he doesn't have a name, it's Agent. I was like, in. And I still haven't really come up with a suitable gift for Jon Favreau because I haven't earned enough money yet. But honestly, the whole thing has just been, are you kidding me? Really amazing. And it's also, I feel really fortunate about it because I feel like, as we were talking about earlier, in the world of alternate realities, sci-fi, fantasy, there's a different, slightly askew prism through which you can look at the world and project us forward that's always been really powerful to me. And I love the fact that it seems to be spreading that love, and to see the way the stories matter to people, and to have Phil Coulson be somebody that people know is just a really big deal to me. So thank you. I really thank you, because if it wasn't for most of the people in this room doing #CoulsonLives, I wouldn't be here. So thank you.
Can I say something that goes back to the question of who inspires me? It 100% is Clark Gregg. You guys have no idea. He is, not only is he the director in S.H.I.E.L.D., but he's truly the leader on set, and he's so kind. No, he's so kind, and he cares about everyone so deeply on set, and he's so sweet, and he has been so good to me throughout the whole, I could cry. He's been so good to me throughout the whole series. I mean, really, like, we have that bond on and off screen. I think you can see it on camera, but he has really taken me under his wing, and he cares about everyone, all of you so deeply, and everyone on set, and he's just, attitude reflects leadership, and he is our leader, and we love him. So, good Clark.
Okay, I need James to make fun of me now, to bring it back just a little bit. He's always really good about that.
C-double-G, y'all.
Oh, no, he's gonna do me.
Wait a minute, did the camera get that? One more time. I think we need the camera to get that for the people at home. Straight ahead.
I will have one of
Straight
those in
ahead,
my
James.
suitcase by the time I leave the pond.
There we go. All right. I think we have time for one or two more questions. Well, we've done the back of the room, so let's come up. Let's come about this guy right here. He has a beard. I feel like I got his gender right.
You did. You did.
I'm an
It was a
idiot.
close call, but you're
okay.
So mostly for Clark Gregg. It looks like a lot of people are gonna get killed off in the coming Avengers movies, and they've done a real good job separating.
Spoiler alert.
Separating your character from the cinematic universe, just so they don't have to explain. By the way, he's alive. But since
I mean, they have, but I don't know if you saw Ultron. Where'd that helicarrier come from?
Yeah, and they just opted not to explain it.
I'm embezzling to build what? No.
It was in Sam Jackson's garage.
Actually, Sam has one in his garage. Sorry, go ahead.
So with basically every character ever coming back for Avengers 2, or the second part of Avengers 3, what are the chances that you come back and just deadpan and be like, hey guys?
I think that's one of the good ways to do it. I mean, I feel like this is a good place to announce that Marvel doesn't tell me shit. I'm sorry. That was horrible. That was super aggressive Comic-Con behavior. Passive aggressive. The membrane between myself and Phil Coulson gets more and more porous as every minute goes by. And both of us really would like to explain. We didn't con anybody. We really thought, it was a close call. But I think the great thing about Marvel is it is this giant story, and they always seem to, if there's a possibility for something that the fans want or for something that's got a huge payoff, they don't leave that on the table. So I think when the time is right, at some point, I think that payoff will show up. In the meantime, I'm having an awfully good time with this amazing team that we've put together, and we got some secret warriors to look for.
All right, guys, we are out of time. Please give it up for the partners at Primetime from Marvel. Hayley Atwell, James Darcy, Bennett, and Clark Gregg, C-double-G. Thanks for coming out, you guys.